What's going on, guys? I got another video for you today, and this is a big one. This is awesome. This is my very first Crossguard build, aside from some small dinking around in my early days. And then this is also my first Crystal Focus version 9 build for a commission. I've done a couple personals. I have a Graflex Metal Master chassis that I've done that worked out fine, or else I wouldn't be mentioning it. But this is my first commissioned CF9, CF8 build, and so it was a tough one, but I love it. Oh boy! So this is for Keenan over at KSith Saber fonts. He had talked to me a while back when this was first announced about doing this for him. He is part of the 501st? Is the Sith troop? Again, sorry, I might not have that right, but he's part of the 501st, I believe. And so this is something he needed to get going on, and I've had it kind of sitting on the shelf for a while, getting ready to install, and then I was able to finish up a couple of things and focus on him. And yeah, so this is a Korbanth Crossguard 2.0. It came with the optional weathering, and I also have the Saber's upgrade kit, which includes translucent red wire. There's also a spare red wire that another red wire that comes with the kit. It has the proper heatsink modules, the 3/4 inch heat sinks for 1.2, and then the regular heatsink for the emitter is purchased through TCSS. The accurate golden bronze belt clip. This is functioning, I believe, but I'm not sure if it works with the Phoenix Props belt clip. The accurate... I don't have it shut off. The accurate red button, like I said, the painted quillions, and I will make one note that I'm not happy with the paint job that comes with this Saber, and this isn't anything to do with Keenan. Just it's hard to complain about it because we paid $35 for a paint job, and so if you look here in the emitters, it actually is starting to rub off some, and that's frustrating. Obviously, because you don't want that when you pay so much for Saber, but at the same time, it was a $35 paint job, so it's give and take how much you can complain. But so internal specs, you have the Goth 3D Designs. Was it the Padawan chassis? It's just the no crystal reveal chassis with an 18650 lithium-ion battery, a Crystal Focus V9 with the 3.7 volt hack. And I'll explain why I did that in a second. A Saber Essentials 28mm bass speaker. And then you have some accuracy mods throughout the hilt, including the KR upgrade kit. We also have metal gash inserts, including the blue wire that came with the KR kit, and the metal pommel insert, as you can see there. And then you also have accurate blade plugs, 1, 2, 3, and those blade plugs, the only thing I haven't done on this Saber yet is drill them out. I'm going to drill a hole right through the middle of them, so you get just a little bit of the red light flickering through. And that's going to be done basically as soon as I finish this video. This was not a rushed build, but at the very end, Keenan had a deadline he asked if I could get it back for, and so I wanted to get the video done while I could, because the holes can be drilled much quicker. Okay, so Keenan, we FaceTimed last night at like 4 in the morning trying to just show this off because he was doing all the banks. So the internal sound card access is you lift up first piece off, second piece off. These are both flimsy. It's frustrating, it's annoying, but it is what it is. That's just the way the kit comes. I mean, it's very easy to remove, which is, it's a little frustrating, but again, it is what it is, and you take what you can get. So if you want to boot up the Saber, you have a kill switch right here, which is, so this is off, towards this way. You have your recharge port, which I will give you the provided adapter for a 3.7 volt battery charger, and then you switch. SD card access is right. Oops.
Nothing will stand in our way.
Sorry, I was holding the. Sorry about that. I was holding the accent or the auxiliary button. So yeah, so your SD card is right here, and you pop it out, and you can pull it out, do your thing, pop it back in. The only exposed wire is your speaker wire, and that's just because it can't sit in with the SD card, or else you can't get it out. So that is the only exposed wire on the entire hilt. Everything else is run underneath. So Keenan did the full sound bank configuration. I think this one only has 10 files on it right now, but he's going to do a full 12 where he, this is not released. This is his own personal build, and so don't go asking for it because this is not for sale. Where it's a full 10 banks. It's each scene from each of the movies in order that you see Kylo and can use his saber, and so it's a really cool experience. And they changed the menu sounds, the power sounds, and all these different things. And I'm actually not sure which font we're on right now, and I'll change it back to the beginning in a second. One note is that the speaker is set to 3 right now. It's a Saber Essential speaker, so most people recommend setting it to 3. Again, Keenan, I recommend setting it to that as well. I think that is the smarter way to go because you don't want to blow the speaker because it would be a pain in the ass to fix. But technically speaking, do what you want because I know you like a loud Saber. So that being said, Saber is booted on. You can do that. You can do that, close that up. And then I'm going to go to the sound bank first, just to get back to the first font. I'm not going to go through all 12.
Nothing will stand in our way.
So you can... So there's just some kind of background noise there for the menu, which I'm loving.
Kylo Ren. This is something else. You know what I've come. McCoy.
Sir!
Oh, I think I was
the droid was spotted heading west with a girl.
Traitor! I thought he ignited. Did you come back? Kylo Ren.
Okay, so I'm going to go through kind of some of these, and you can hear the different scenes. And I don't know them all because, again, I got this late last night.
This is something else.
So I think...
You know what I've come for.
So...
McCoy. Stallafringer.
So that's his tantrum scene, which I love.
Sir! The droid was spotted heading west with a girl.
That's the forest scene, obviously.
You're my guest.
So that's with Rey. That's when he kills Han Solo.
Traitor!
That's his fight against Finn. That's his fight against Rey.
I saw darkness.
This is a flashback with Luke from TLJ, TLJ.
He ignites it and kills his true enemy.
And then that's the second scene in TLJ.
Did you come back to say you forgive me? To save my soul?
That's obviously his fight with Luke.
Nothing will stand in our way.
And I'm not sure if that is Saber Tracks or if that is the first bank. I believe that's Saber Tracks, so I'm going to go to the next one.
Kylo Ren.
Yeah, so Kylo Ren is the first bank. So I'm going to go to...
Something else. You know what I've come. McCoy. Stallafringer.
So we'll go to this one.
Anything else?
So this is Tantrum, which I absolutely love. So I'm going to leave the blade plugs in for now. Actually, no, I'll take them out so you guys can see. So Kane, your blade retention for your main blade is right here. You're going to have a provided kill key, or set screw, excuse me. I'm going to leave the side ones in for now. So, main button activation. Oh, there you go. There's one of your fours. Go to another bank, random one.
Sir, you're my guest.
So, this is
Han Solo. I've been waiting for this day for a long time.
So this is another cool one because again, Keenan ripped everything from sounds from each scene. So this one is the sound of when he's igniting the saber to kill Han Solo. You know, sad face. Oops, wrong button. So really, it's incredible what Keenan's been doing with this.
Run! Traitor! I saw darkness.
Kill them all.
So let's try this one. This is his flashback with Luke. So that's the other one, is for this sound font, he made the blasters. Kind of messed up, but I love it. The sounds of people being slaughtered, because that's a flashback of the temple scene. Again, very sad. People died. They'll be okay. So again, so Keenan has gone through and just completely decked the Saber out in terms of the sound. I mean, he's gone through and done a really incredible job. I'm gonna just put this back in here for now. And like I said, it's just, he's so fucking talented. I'm so jealous of the kid. He's so, like, he's so good at what he does. It's incredible. So one thing to note is that if you look, that this switch is slightly further out than this one, because this one's static. And the switch that comes with the kit, it doesn't really, not that it doesn't work, but it sits weird, and it's a very weird solution to have, where you have to toggle it through. And so I went through a bunch of different ways of trying to attach it. One of which was taking Darth Rio's suggestion of just attaching a couple of, like, these neodymium magnets. I can't pronounce them. But the problem is that the switch isn't magnetized, but the entire section around the switch, around the button, is. And so when you try and glue it on, it just flips to the side and just doesn't stick. And so I didn't think that was an effective way to do it. So what I came up with was a toggle bolt type solution. And to make a very long story short, as a toggle bolt, you can Google it, but essentially it's a bolt. It's spring loaded, and it stays open like this, and you close it like this, push it through a hole in a wall, and then when it's behind the wall, it opens back up, so it can't come out. I don't know if that makes sense, but just work with me on it. I'm trying to work and fumble around this camera. And so I did with something similar, where I took a piece of heat shrink, I attach it to a rod about like this size, which is attached to the switch, and then I push it down through the hole, so when I push it through, it opened up, and now the switch won't come out, but it can still move, fully functioning. And so that was my solution. It's worked so far, and I told Keenan if something happens and it stops working, let me know, and I will gladly either make another one or send it out. But to me, it doesn't fall out because there's way too much friction, and it doesn't get in the way of the switch. So it's kind of the best of both worlds. So I'm happy with it. So that was my solution to that. It was kind of a weird one, but I figured you guys should know that for future references. It's a tricky way to attach it, and I try not to just glue it on, because if you have to take this entire thing apart, then you could ruin the switch and all these different things, and you don't want to have to do that if you don't have to. So that being said, this video is coming up on 13 minutes, and I think we've just about covered it. Like I said, I could go through each font, but there's honestly way too many of them, and it's an experience in itself, so I'm going to let Keenan enjoy that for the first time on his own. So I'm going to switch this off. Boom. Put this back. Thank you, Keenan, because now I am very highly contemplating spending the $500+ for the parts to do my Crystal Reveal Kylo 2.0, and I don't know if that's the smartest thing to be spending right now, but you know, shit happens. So that being said, that is the end of this video. I am just kind of babbling. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys check out the page, comment, like, subscribe, all those cool things. And if you need anything, message me over my page and we can talk about a commission. I have no spots open right now, but in the next 3 weeks, I want to say, I should open up 2 more spots. So we'll get in on that, and we'll get going on those. I have a couple Ultimate Work Dooku's, and then I have a Saber Forge Shatil Shan, I think it is. I'm not much of an expanded universe guy. So we'll get into that. But like I said, I'm just babbling. So, like I said, guys, thank you for everything, and I will talk to y'all later.